Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading for August 29 to September the 4th. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. Keeping in mind these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So take the messages that do and check out your other placements because you could have messages there as well. All right, Pisces, what is the energy around the week ahead? What is going on for Pisces this week? Ooh, those all came out of one section of the deck. All right, let's have a look here. Bottom of the deck is loyal heart. So we're looking at what you're devoted to, what you are loyal to, what you love. We see time for a nap, a change in the wind, observer, higher power, and yin. Interesting combination of cards. So change in the wind and observer are both in reverse, which makes me think that there's something unexpected changing around you, and that thinking about it and overthinking about it and planning and thinking some more is not going to help this situation. You're going to need to observe this. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, Pisces? So I feel like you're getting that message here, that there's a change coming towards you that you have no control over. And so any amount of planning or thinking or overthinking, or I feel like that's going to be where you want to go with this, is that you're going to think, well, I need to think of a plan. I need to have a, what's my plan A? What's my plan B? It's too much. So it's almost like you just have to observe this because there's actually nothing you can do about it. It's a change that's outside of your control, and you're really being guided to put your mind at rest with this. Don't feel like there's an action or anything that you need to do right now, except observe this dynamic. Observe this change in the wind as it's happening. And we see higher power and yin, which tells me that this is something that you're being shown, you're being guided through with your higher power. And this is such an interesting card when it shows up, especially because there's a change here that's outside of your control. So this is almost a time where you need to sort of surrender to your higher power and to pray. If you feel like this big change that you have no control over has an impact on you, I feel like it will. I feel like this change will have an impact on you, but you don't have any control over it. So your higher power is present. So that makes me feel comforted for you that this is going to be something that opens up your divine feminine. This opens you up intuitively. This grounds you. This opens you up in ways where you can sort of surrender and just observe without evaluation, without judgment, to just observe something for what it is and then see who you are in that change. And it's a very intuitive sort of moment here where you're tapping into that surrender, but also you're tapping into some empowering feelings where you're able to be flexible, right? And you're able to be empowered through surrender and not confusing that surrender with resignation. That's an important distinction that keeps coming up. And seeing loyal heart on the bottom of the deck says to me that this is something that is very dear to you. This is something that you care about immensely. And so I feel like you might not even be objective enough to be able to observe this without your higher power guiding you, because it is something that is dear to you. Interesting. What could this be about? Let's have a look at the tarot cards and see what messages we'll receive here for Pisces. Interesting. The other thing is that I feel like this change is going to create a doorway for you. I can't help but feel like it's going to create a doorway for you to access something that is a desire of yours. So I just want to add that. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, there's the Death card flipping right over. So this is a big moment of transformation, and you don't have any control over it, Pisces. You just have to go with this. There's the Chariot also guiding you to be guided by your will, to be guided by your higher power, to feel that you move through things and that things are always changing. Change is the only constant. This is going to be sudden. This is going to be transformative. 2 of Swords in reverse. Let's get your other card out for this row. Is the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's bringing on a brand new doorway. It's true. This change is sudden. This change is out of your control. However, your response to this situation is within your control. And that'll be up to you how you respond to it, as this 2 of Swords. There is a new pathway opening up, a very, very new pathway with this Page of Pentacles. And it's guiding you, but I feel like part of this is that you have to leave behind something that you would have sort of, at one point you saw this as your desire. We have the 8 and the 9 coming out together here. 8 and 9 of Cups, 8 and 9 with the 2. So Pisces, what that tells me here is that you have a strong emotional attachment to something that is changing. It's changing, and that change is outside of your control. The wheels are in motion. There's nothing you can do to stop this change. The only thing that you have control over is how you respond to this change. And I feel like we're seeing that in the 2 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. You may be going through an experience that you have a lot of emotional attachment to, that's showing you that these cups no longer serve you, that you can't move forward with these 8 cups. And to you, that might sound very unfulfilling, and it might reveal to you that a relationship is breaking down. So there could be some relationship in your life that's you've got a very, very high emotional attachment to, that is changing. And the change of this dynamic in this relationship is outside of your control. But, it's almost revealing something to you that it wasn't what you thought it was. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes here. And as I say that, we pull 2 sevens, the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. Don't be fooled, right? Don't be fooled. Just because you look around yourself and you see a lot of things to compare, like, well, how come this person has this, and how come these 2 people are able to have that relationship? You might even see the same person having very successful relationships with others, and yet it's not possible for you right now. There is something going on with a relationship here, and there's a lot of hidden stuff. I feel like there's secrets here. There's hidden secrets, hidden information. You need to just trust your gut. You got the Hanged Man now on the bottom of the deck. Pisces, you're going to need to trust yourself here, because things are not as they appear. Things are not as you expected them to appear. You see that 9 of Cups in reverse, and it really makes me think that there's some unfulfilled dream. There's some unfulfilled desire. There's something that is blocking your path, actually. And the 2 of Cups following that makes me think it has to do with a relationship that is disrupted right now. There is separation in a relationship, and someone's not open to receiving love here. There is a strong emotional attachment, but something has happened to transform that. And now I feel like you're almost being guided to move away from this. And that might not be what you want to hear. That might not be what you want to hear, but I feel like there's something here that is sort of helping you to be determined. There's something transforming to help you see that your success lies somewhere else. and that you must sort of move away from whatever this emotional attachment is, because it's just out of balance. It's out of harmony. It's not serving you. It's your higher power is guiding this change, and you need to go with the flow here. Seeing the moon in reverse can be, I know some readers see that and they're quite alarmed when they see the moon in reverse. When I see the moon in reverse, it really does show me that there's some hidden stuff going on here that's causing a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, and perhaps there is something processing that you don't see the whole picture. Something is being processed here, and there's a difficulty for you to sort of separate from the reality and the illusion. It's almost like both of them are present in front of you. There's everything that's changing, and then there's this illusion that keeps sort of calling you to come back. And I think it's going to take a lot of willpower for you to say, I have to trust myself and go with the flow that I'm feeling. And there is a new beginning here for you with that Page of Pentacles. Like something new is at the end of this transformation, but I think it's almost like you have to sort of decide that you're ready for this new connection, that you're ready for a new beginning. Because as long as you're still here, it's going to get delayed. There'll be a delay there. But honestly, Pisces, this really feels like something is transforming outside of your control, and you need to just be very keen observer right now, because your higher power is present and guiding you through this. And I think it's going to be revealing a lot. There's a lot to be revealed here when it comes to this situation, more than you can even understand at this point, Wow. Let's see what you need to surrender or surrender to. Surrender or surrender to. Surrender obsessive thinking. Interesting. That goes right along with this take a nap energy that I was saying. Like, there's nothing you can do about this. So surrendering obsessive thinking about it and being an observer, like we said earlier, is true. Let's just keep going through this deck to see if anything else reveals. Surrender to trust. Yes. And the bottom of the deck is surrender resentments. Interesting. Okay. So surrender obsessive thinking says if you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit, to your higher power. Doing so will help bring clarity or even solve the problem. You got to take a nap on this. Thinking about it obsessively is not going to help you. It's just going to make you feel more of that sort of obsessive feeling. You know what I mean? Surrender to trust here says trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. And really seeing the Hanged Man there, I really feel like you are being guided to surrender to trust and to release this obsessive thinking here, Pisces. Surrender resentment says holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. I'm telling you, I really feel like that Two of Cups, there is some breakdown here. There were secrets and there was a breakdown. There may have been a separation. You felt very unfulfilled by that dynamic, but you were very emotionally attached. You keep thinking about it, and ultimately you just need to surrender it. Oh, such an interesting reading for you this week, Pisces. And that moon card represents you. So, it's interesting to see it in reverse, because that really shows a lot of fear that's blocking you. And that obsessive thinking could be playing right into that. I'm going to leave it there for you this week. Thank you so much for joining me, Pisces. I hope this has been helpful. I'm looking forward to reading for you again very soon. Take care. Sending you so much love and light, my friends.